There we go. Burial synchronicity 444. esync444. Yep, I'm back for the moment, for the time being. Back in the hot seat, and you'll feel it to be a hot seat soon enough because I've got company. And we're looking very busy in the sky today. Very, very busy. Why? Well, it's the Pisces new moon. And the Pisces new moon is in accompaniment with Jupiter, which is in one of its ruling signs, Pisces, as I say, and Neptune alongside Jupiter, which is here for a long stay, also in its ruling sign. So you can only imagine right now, the energy is ultra Pisces. Now remember I told you I had visitors. You won't see these guys, you won't see me because I'm doing the Pisces thing, you could call it 12th house thing. I've not got the camera on, so I'm behind the scenes doing some Pisces stuff, you know, coming to you. And then the way astrological houses work, they work in tandem, in pairs. So the axis of the 12th is paired with the 6th house. And the 6th house is about work, how you earn a living, how you go about your routines, managing your health, things that you may eat, your exercise, all the things that you do to take care of yourself, or ritualistically, habitually. Some things may not be positive actually. So in fairness, this is a unique time, a very unique time, I have to say. Aquarius is an energy that speaks to unique. Much like Leo in terms of the special shine. But no, you've got Venus at 26 degrees Capricorn, Mars 27 degrees Capricorn, Pluto 27 degrees Capricorn, yeah, Mercury 18 degrees Aquarius, Saturn at 18 degrees Aquarius. So you can see these are basically on the same degrees. So Venus, Mars, Pluto tightly formed together in Capricorn, which actually is interesting because that means Saturn's the governor. And then you got Mercury and Saturn bound together in Aquarius. Again, because these are the two signs that that Saturn rules. Saturn's the governor again. So Saturn's the daddy up here, actually, when I'm looking at it. Now there is a fixed star here that I do know of, but I can't remember its name at the moment specifically, but I'm familiar with it definitely anyway. It speaks about influence, I'll tell you that much. Right, but no, the moon, I was going to say the sun, but it's the moon first here, the sun. So basically this is what's going on, I can see it now. Everything up until Saturn is being ruled by Saturn, midheaven included. Everything up until Neptune is being ruled by Neptune. It's an interesting picture, man. And that's the company I must have spoke of before. Oh, and let me just hit this on the moment while I'm seeing all these 11s on the screen. So the ascendant is at 11 degrees in Gemini, making the descendant at 11 degrees in Sagittarius, which means the sun is making a square to both sides, top of the sky. So even though Aquarius is the midheaven, the sun's like the auxiliary MC. So anyway, interesting to that. Like I say, Mercury's ruling this whole chart. Mercury's in Aquarius, so you got to expect the unexpected. Aquarius is about unexpected things, about the whole group, like very group consciousness orientated, the future orientated, technology, yeah, definitely have to say it's technology orientated, scientific, yeah, unconventional. These things are all very Aquarius, and Mercury is in Aquarius and ruling the chart. So anything I've just said there could be happening in this moment and in this time. And it also speaks to working hard, really. Saturn's about hard work, about perseverance. So I mean, what you've got here is Mars and Pluto together. Mars deals with action, drilling, fighting, but that kind of energy of penetration, of getting something done. So someone's basically making a hole in something here, transforming it permanently. That is Pluto, and it's probably going to be some kind of decoration, really, you could think, because you've got Venus behind it. So yeah, there's probably be some transformation around decorating things. Can see things being changed on a long term. Yeah, like a deep clean will be going on, and new fittings could be made. This is just me doing astrology of what I can see around me. I mean, yeah, I could be doing that in my own world, but I mean, if I ain't, it's being represented outside of me, definitely by the others. I mean, I live in an area where this is constant kind of what we go through in some shape or form, one way or another. Yeah, I don't want to put too much attention to that, but basically it can be anything from, you know, the people you live with, to the people that run the place, you know, to anything where it's basically the neighbours in their same situation. So you've got all of the surrounding tenants, and then all the people that run their places. That just means work could be done anywhere. It could be the road outside, work could get done there. You just gotta expect it, or basically be prepared for the unexpected. But at this point, I just feel like it's expected. Literally every time you turn around, there's a crane, there's building work. I mean, lifts broken down, that's normal. I unfortunately hate to say it, and all kinds of madness like that. But yeah, just literally constant change. I mean, I can actually remember the day when Uranus went into Taurus. I got off the train coming from one group, well, my group at the time, and it was May 2018, just for the record. And there was a water burst, water pipe burst, and big mains in the middle of one of the high streets in my city, just for those that don't know. And it was literally just such a Uranus in Taurus moment. Taurus being kind of like an earth sign, and Uranus being the sudden surprises, shocks, accidents, because basically a load of drills had to turn up and yeah, drill into the road and get the pipe sorted out. It was really major. So I filmed it on my phone, and not actually having a flashback, because what happened in very Uranian fashion is when I got home, thought, yeah, this would be great footage. This will show the Uranus in Taurus to the highest degree. Probably should have still put it on, but I don't think the quality was quite good enough. Thing come out upside down, didn't it? Get my breath back. So that's funny, because Uranus is the planet of eccentricity, of literally things being the opposite way around, of being different. You could almost say, yeah, even like the whole gender thing, and just taste, and just so many things where it's contrary in its operation, in its fashion. Also deals with technology, and as a planet, the actual rings of Uranus are rolling around more like a pizza cutter, as opposed to the other planets where it's more of a horizontal around the sides. So yeah, this film footage coming out upside down, as I say, was just very interesting, or so evident of Uranus being in effect in that moment. So just literally just got myself into a giddy moment, because that was funny, and a flashback of how Uranus in Taurus affected me at that time. But now, all this time later, as we push through, in fact, yeah, I hadn't even shot my first video then, or uploaded my first video for the channel. So yeah, it's just giving you a flashback of how long this has been a journey, really, actually. So tell you the hard work that's been put in, the things we've gone through, the things we've seen, yeah, in the years gone by. So that speaks to Saturn here, yeah. So Saturn is to do with the long term, really. I mean, in terms of like what's going to survive the test of time, it has to live up to Saturn expectations, Saturn standards. So Saturn can also deal with delays, disruptions, disappointments, yeah, harsh realities, harsh truths, So with it in Aquarius actually, and Mercury here, I actually have to be worried about technology maybe. Might want to back some stuff up. I mean, it's not Mercury retrograde energy, and it's something that you probably should do anyway, but Mercury and Saturn together in Aquarius, I would say actually, sorry. I mean, it could be time to get a new computer. That could be something to consider actually. New technology, that could be definitely something to consider, something long-standing that might be on the mind. Yep, I can see how Venus with Mars and Pluto is going to be probably of the highest order. I could see how that would work. Just having a bit of a ramble there, but it's actually all accurate to what someone will be doing, I'm certain. I've been doing this long enough to know how that works. I mean, it's just the energy that I can feel, and it's how that energy is basically transmuted to the people. So speaking of the people, then how it's going to affect the people? Well, we the people probably represented by it's for a Q-tip. We the people are probably represented best by the moon, or our mood as a whole, and us as a whole. And yeah, what we consciously think, identify with, is more the sun's energy. Yeah, and that's also in Pisces. So that's kind of what a new moon is, basically the sun and the moon coming together. And then, like I say, yeah, the Jupiter and Neptune effect. So I'm going to let it breathe for a second. Because Pisces is the sign of imagination. For your imagination to work best, sometimes it's just, you know, you take a pause. You let it be interpreted. You leave it up to interpretation. That's very much how Neptune works, actually. That's where their whole self-deception, delusion. Oh yeah, so got to talk about the negative sides. How could it, yeah, you got to stay with this, haven't you? So if you did hear it, well done. Like, yeah, the downside of the Pisces energy, so much Pisces energy together, you could be self-delusional. You could be wearing rose-tinted glasses. This may be something that, how can I put it, may come very apparent by the full moon, or if not before. So this is something to bear in mind at the moment. Pisces is definitely the sign of dreams. I mean, there is an idealism definitely on the Aquarian end, but dreams, spirituality, addiction, there you go. How could I forget addiction? Victimization, victimhood, that can be actually found in Pisces as well, if I'm actually truly honest. And I'm having a good little astrological rant here, just going with my feeling, which is what you kind of need to do when you're with Pisces energy, which is why I didn't script anything really, and I just went with the flow of the moment of what the intuition was telling me to do, what I was meant to do. And that could be very, but I say Uranus in the 12th house, and speaking about astrology from behind the scenes, and yeah, in a very spiritual, intuitive fashion. I could say that was Uranus in the 12th house. I said that right, Uranus in the 12th house. Or you could even say that I'm broadcasting. So this is why astrology shows multiple levels of reflection and resonance to the moments that things happen in time. I'm saying that because you've got the moon, the sun, Jupiter, Neptune, all in Pisces in the 11th house. So you could say that's me at home, moon is home to some extent, consciously identifying subject Pisces. So sorry, that's me. So Mercury is kind of the communication part, me being serious actually. But I mean, the fact that it's in the 11th house, sorry, not Mercury in the 11th house, I'm pointing to all this stuff on the screen. The moon, the sun, this cluster, this Pisces stellium is all in the 11th house. Could talk about me basically, like I say, working from behind the scenes and talking about astrology. I'm broadcasting, 11th house, 12th house energy. Broadcasting, though, I'd say is 11th house on the internet to the wider spectrum. There you go. Talk about spiritual subject in a vague manner. Right, there you go. So Pisces to the very T-top. If you can intuit what I'm basically getting at, and you know something about astrology, you'll be laughing your back off, because you'll be like, this guy's basically just doing a Pisces thing. If you don't know, what I've just shown you or just demonstrated is how Pisces energy could play out. What I would suggest, basically, get into your creativity. Pisces is very creative energy. Have to mention that and acknowledge that. So like, if you like to paint, draw, make music, yeah, sometimes lyrics, but singing, dancing, definitely want to dance with this energy. Someone would say go swimming. I'm not so brave to do such, not with Neptune around anyway like that, but you know, don't listen to me. If it's you, or it's meant to be you, you do that. But yeah, definitely like you want to dance. I also heard someone say yoga in terms of that. It's Pisces, because you got the kind of the moving energy to it, but also the spiritual breathing, the prana side to it. So that's something to consider if you want to work out how to use this Pisces energy to its best ability. Some people are just going to sleep. Oh, meditation, isolation, there are Pisces energies as well. So that's definitely something that's going to take a bit more time in this little, let's call it the next 2-3 weeks. It's going to be like the next 18-19 days, so I couldn't call it 3 weeks now. It's more than 2. But yeah, so let me do an animation of where the full moon, or sorry, the new moon and the full moon are going to get to. So it's going to be on the 12th degree. So there you go. Sun and moon at 12 degrees. Jupiter 14 degrees. So sun and moon will be together. But then in, just flash it a couple of weeks real quick. Bam bam. Opposite. Take it down to hours. Oops. And then if we go bam 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 bam. The full moon is going to look like, what, 27, 28 degrees? I think it's 27. Yeah, 27 degrees. If we can get it. Come on, let's twist again. Yeah, that's close enough to the full moon. So interesting. So in by 2 weeks time, looking at this now, you're going to have the Sun past Neptune and Jupiter, Mercury joining Jupiter and Neptune, Venus and Mars are still going to be together, relatively speaking, and they're going to be between Saturn and Pluto. Okay, tense times. Yeah, so two of the malefic planets are known as Pluto and Saturn. Definitely like got a reputation about them for good reason. And then this moon opposite in Virgo at 27 degrees. It's making a trine with Pluto and a trine with the North Node. So that actually looks like a good base for reworking basically what may have been identified, or there we go, let me get it out. Reworking, or kind of, yeah, making changes, or, you know, the fruition, the culmination of the seeds that are planted at this point now with the new moon. So yeah, now it's time to plant your creative seeds, and also to let certain things go and let them die and let them pass and let them transcend and move on into a different realm. Because Aries is actually the start of the new year, the new astrological year, spring I should say. So that's when things start to rebuild and come into their own again. But right now, with something that is not usually the case, all of the planets are direct. The nodes are retrograde as they should be, but all of the planets are direct, and this only happens, I want to say, 7% of the time, so not so often. So yeah, good time to make use of for certain cases, certain causes. Right, people, I am out. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Check me for readings, email me, you know, esync444@gmail.com. I'm out.